If we're gonna sort of just go into the third pick, we'll try and look at the first five here in the show, Jeff. But the first quarterback off the board was Houston, and look, we'll talk about this guy next. And then I had Sauce Gardner going number one for me in terms of quarterbacks. But Derek Stingley Jr. I like what the Texans have done in this draft, but not just in the draft. What they've done since the last ball was thrown in the start of January for them, bringing in the new head coach, this new philosophy. He fits their style big time, doesn't it? Like, this is a good pick for this Texans team.
Yeah, this is now again. See, these are the kind of things I'd love to. I think this is great that we get to talk about these kinds of issues, right? Because Stingley's another one of those guys that was all over the place in the draft process, right? I could take out his UCLA tape from his senior, his last year at LSU, and you would say, man, that guy's not very good, right? And I'm serious. He had it was hard to watch, right? Or I could take out his freshman tape when he's at LSU, and you take him in the first round as a freshman, right? Look at his practice tape, and I found a couple snippets of that where he goes up against Justin Jefferson, and he goes up against all those great receivers, and he's gloving them up as a freshman. He did not play well in the COVID year, right? Which, that was such a crazy situation. You can't downgrade a kid very much for that. But then his last year, he was hurt and tried to play through it. So his statistics and his tape aren't very good, right? And Sauce jumped ahead of him because Sauce had a much more productive year. And Sauce is longer and so on and so forth. But through the draft process, Stingley reestablished himself at his pro day when he went out and ran extremely well, showed that he could put his foot in the ground and drive on the ball. The questions with Stingley are, does his motor run all the time, right? Well, he has the physical ability. He's shown he can do it. Now he's got to do it all the time because the NFL and college football ain't even close, right? The margins for error, your ability to take plays off, all that, not even close, right? So the question with Stingley will be not physical because he had a Liz Frank surgery. He's healed up. He's proven that he's back physically. His competitiveness and his ability to play hard down in and down out, that's what he's got to show. If he does, he'll be a great player in the league because he has all the talent.
In terms of what you're saying in regards to his injuries, he had a lower or a leg injury in December 2020. He missed 2 games, missed the final 9 games as a junior after surgery to repair a torn Liz Frank ligament. Never tore my Liz Frank ligament, Jeff, but sounds sore. In October 2021, he needs to stay in the field, doesn't he? If he doesn't stay in the field, it's not going to happen. But you'd like to think he's got the worst over him.
Yeah, and some of that's luck, right? Some guys just don't have, they're unlucky, but we talk in coaching about make your greatest ability your availability, right? Because if you're a great player and you're standing on the sideline or you're in the trainer's room, we can't win that way, right? So they're going to have to keep him on the field. But I like the pick and I like the kid. I just think that, here's what happens during the process. People start looking for reasons to not take him, right? And with Stingley, they found some, right? Early, right? The production wasn't there. The tape wasn't very good. The injury. So he had to reestablish his position, and he did that successfully. He went to Dallas. He trained with some guys in Dallas. He got healthy, and he had an awesome pro day.